Are you ready for some Blitzball? Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X HD Remastered.
Sure you all right, Captain?
The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Goers, too.
Well, Waka doesn't seem okay in the slightest. But, here I am to save the day!
Lady Yuna, are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some outbed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, all right?
Don't go near outbed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
Alright, so, seems it's time we get ourselves ready to play our first ever Blitzball game of this game. Now, save if you want to, because you could actually lose this tournament if you're not careful. There's a save sphere right in here just in case, and it is good to win this tournament for a couple of reasons.
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah! Mind a bench.
I'm warming a bench. He's taking my place. All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the Goers goners.
Let's blitz.
Oh, am I going to make the Goers goners indeed.
I saw you floating there on the sphere.
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. Oh.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
Well, that's quite obvious that he did.
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
For Captain Waka.
For Captain Waka, indeed. So, let's go.
This is it, folks. In just a few minutes, the championship game.
And here's something that makes no sense if you are, not having subtitles on. How would you be able to know what that says?
But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca Goers going against the horrendously ill-fated Besaid Aurochs.
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
Why, if it isn't someone I haven't seen in about 3 hours. It's been a long time since we've seen that mug and that jug that he's carrying on his hip. And I'm pretty sure contains something alcoholic. I'll explain more of that probably way later in the game, if I remember.
already going at it, folks. The Goers are taunting the Aurochs.
Even underwater, they're douchebags. They must go down. I am the pucky underdog here. By terms of movies, I should win easily. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Blitzoff. Welcome to Blitzball, ladies and gentlemen, the entertainment of Spira itself. First things first, hit the triangle button and move into manual normal mode. This gives you free reign in all of Blitzball, allowing you to move anywhere and anyone you want, so long as they possess the ball. So how is Blitzball set up? Blitzball is set up into 2 5-minute rounds in which you have to score the ball into the opponent's goal. Whoever gets the most points wins. If you tie in normal Blitzball, that means that it would stay as a tie. Since this is a tournament, there would be overtime, and whoever scores the most will end up winning. It's like soccer in that sense, only we're underwater and we have the ability to tackle. So how does Blitzball get set up? Well, we have a right fielder, a middle fielder, and a left fielder, and 2 defenders, as well as a goalie. The 2 defenders are tasked with making sure that the ball does not get close enough to our goal for them to make a shot. The fielder's job is to get close to their goal in order to be able to shoot. So, I'm close to their goal. Titus is gonna shoot. He has a shot of 10, and their goalie has a catch of 8. Unfortunately, I'm getting unlucky and not scoring a goal. Pretty much, if your shot is higher than their catch, that generally means that you'll be able to, successfully win, but there is a little bit of an error inside of this game that will cause it. So what you need to do is you just need to keep trying until you shoot. So Grav here has the ball. One thing you might be noticing is that there are HP requirements for everything that you end up having inside this game. For example, shooting the ball takes a certain amount of HP, passing the ball takes a certain amount of HP, and basically that's it. Shooting and passing takes up HP. Now, there are special moves inside this game, but I will get more into those special moves come the second half of this one. So let's pass this over to Titus, see if we can get ourselves in front of the goal again. Now, if you end up passing the ball and what ends up happening is the pass number runs to 0, that means the ball will fumble. And if the ball fumbles, anyone can recover it. Either team can end up recovering it. Now, one other thing you might end up noticing is that there are people who will end up blocking us some of the way. What you can do when you get blocked by people is you have 3 options. You can pass, you can shoot, or you can dribble. Dribble means you will be staying in place and you will be taking the attack stat of whoever will be attacking you. For example, we just did that with Letty and Dato there, but our attacks weren't high enough to recover the ball. If it was, then we would have recovered the ball. All right, I need you to stop him now. Okay, thank goodness he's just passing it. Oh, great, Bixen has a better shot than my catch, but luckily his pass for Abyss was bad, so Jasu was able to catch it. I always get Jasu and Letty mixed up by mistake. So we can break grab, but as you can see, our endurance is too low for his attack, and our pass is too low for his block. So pretty much he's gonna get the ball or not, but we're gonna fumble it. Sometimes when the ball ends up getting passed, sometimes the people who are blocking, the ball will go over them. So keep that in mind. Luckily, right there, Jasu managed to grab the ball yet again, so that stopped Abyss from shooting because his shot is really good this early in the game. The Luca Goers have ridiculous stats this early in the game for being level 1 and level 2. That's the other thing. You can end up leveling up in this. There is RPG elements to Blitzball. Basically, the more you shoot the ball, the more you pass the ball, the more you have the ball in general, and if you learn techniques, then you'll be able to level up at the end, as we're about to see right now.
And it's halftime.
So once it's halftime, we get into the EXP amount. So as you can see, everyone levels up, and now that Titus is level 3, he can start using what are known as techs. Techs are special moves that are inside of Blitzball. I'll get more into that in a second.
So on defense, boys, stop those goers.
What about me?
Get the ball, just shoot like crazy.
Goers are going down! Yeah!
Shoot like crazy!
Now!
All right, hustle.
That sounds like a plan to me. So now we can set techs for Titus and everyone. Techs are special shots such as the jet shot that we learned. There are different types of techs for each character, and each character can learn different techs depending on what they observe inside the battle if the tech is used during the Blitzball match. Since nobody else can really learn techs right now, it's kind of pointless to really worry about that. But once they get to level 3, they can start learning techs. There are different types depending on different movements. There are passing techs, which can raise your pass, and what they can do is they can either sleep or cause sleep. They can cause wither, which will lower the stat of somebody for a while, or they can poison, which will deal a lot of damage over time. Now for Titus, what I'm gonna do with the jet shot is I'm gonna get 2 people to follow me to show it off. And pretty much Titus is gonna be out of commission out of this, because what the jet shot can do is it can stop 2 people from being in front of you and remove them from their block. Titus, to my knowledge, is the only one who can learn the jet shot. So the jet shot is really powerful, but as you can see, his HP is now 38, so Titus can no longer do the jet shot. Techs will take up HP and certain amounts of HP over time, and as a result, they are very dangerous to use at very low levels because you don't have too much HP to go around. The more you level up, the more HP you'll end up gaining and the more techs you'll be able to get. Now, in terms of other techs that you can end up learning, you can learn different types of tackles, and just like the passes, there is Nap, there is Wither, and there is Venom. Venom poisons, Wither lowers the stat of something, Nap puts the enemy possibly to sleep. There's generally a 30% chance of it, so keep that in mind. And that's pretty much techs in a nutshell. There are special ones for goalies, such as Super Goalie. Super Goalie will raise the amount of catch that your goalie has by a certain amount. You have to learn that tech, though, from other goalies, so keep that in mind. I will be teaching it to Keepa, so no worries. But for right now, let us pass the ball over to... let's pass it to Jisoo, so that way Jisoo can get some experience inside this match too. Because right now, what's going to happen is this tournament's a little bit different than other tournaments. Once we get to the 3-minute mark, we're going to be having a formation change, something that cannot happen normally inside of Blitzball unless it's halftime. During halftime, you're normally able to change the formation of your teams and put whoever you want on whoever else you want. But since this is the first tournament, we're pretty much set to how Waka wants the Auroch setup, which actually is probably one of the better strategies to do that as long as you're playing in manual mode and know how to play Blitzball. So let's pass back to Dato. But there we go.
The fans are getting impatient. They're calling for some action.
Hey, passing the ball is action, I think. Oh, they're calling for Waka. Hey, I've scored 2 goals. I'm cool. I'm not cool, aren't I? Well, this is probably making Titus feel really bad, especially considering that he scored 2 goals and did the jet shot.
Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks. Say, where is that player going? He's leaving the sphere pool. He may be injured.
Well, he is low on HP, so this is sort of a good thing that I did the eject shot earlier, because this means that I get to replace my star shooter with Waka.
To be honest, I did kind of feel left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
And that's actually very thoughtful of Titus.
I wonder what's happening. The crowd is going wild. Ah, it's Waka. He's back on the field and ready to go. The Aurochs seem glad to have him back.
All right, and now that we have Waka back to replace Titus, we're gonna be able to use Waka for Blitzball. And let me just tell you, he's really not that bad. He's got a really good shot, really good attack, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, compared to most others. Waka's got an attack of 3, but he managed to get the ball back, so let us swim over towards the goal. I like how Waka has a unique swimming animation. His endurance is extremely high, and he knows Venom Shot, which can poison your opponent's goalies. So, just like how there are techs for tackling and techs for passing, there are techs for shooting. There are more techs for shooting, such as Sphere Shot, which will give you a random chance of getting a higher shot. There's the eject shot, which I ended up showing off, takes out 2 of the people who are blocking your way. There is Venom Shot, Nap Shot, Wither Shot, which do the same things as the tackles and the passes of the same variety. And then there is Volley Shot, which allows you to shoot free balls for 50% of the chance of them actually getting there. But Grab seems to be trying to shoot, and that's cute. I ain't gonna let him. Waka gets the ball again, so go, Waka, go! I say we score another goal on the Luca Goers and show them what it means when you actually practice. I love this. This is karma at its finest. Boom! And now, skadoosh! 0-4 with only 33 seconds left. This game is won by a long shot. I gave the Goers no chance, and I'm gonna continue to give them no chance, because this is karma, and this is why the underdog inside those sports movies always win. I love karma. So at this point, they're just shooting just to try it, but they can't do anything. And there it is, folks. We've won the tournament. Whoop, whoop. Take that, Goers. Ha, only your goalie leveled up. For us, Waka leveled up to level 4. And we obtain a strength sphere for winning the tournament. That will raise your strength by 4 if you put it on an empty node. And it was a shunt. It was a shutout against them. But there we go.